What's up, guys? Bernie back here again. So, Active Treason is usually very good in his deck against his deck. You know, getting something like a Wally Loxodon. He does have, upsettingly, he does have a Sagu Moor, which is one of the premium cards in Cards Limited. Not quite as good as Wingmate Ruck, but it's up there. It's definitely up there. It's absurd. We still want Killshot in this configuration. We might not want something like a Jeskai Elder. We saw that Hard Ambusher there was particularly useful because he doesn't have a lot of blockers and it allows you to just push through the extra damage. Bell Strike is not as good, again, because he's getting so lots of mana, but it's still better than some of the other things that we have here, and I don't think we want to take it out. So the only thing really we're considering is this Active Treason. And I can't really think of a lot I want to take out, except for maybe Jeskai Elder. We're on the play, we're on the draw. Game stalls out. Yeah, okay. Sold it to myself. I'm going to take this Active Treason in, and I'm going to see how it is. So let's submit. Interesting hand. We've had a lot of Dragon-style Twins hands. This hand is a keep. We have our two primary sources of colors of mana, and we have Bloodfire Mentor, so we can start looting, which is going to be really nice in this matchup. Sort of keeping pace on clocks this time. Game 1, we certainly were not keeping pace on clocks. Anything from him? No, that's good news. Not the land that we wanted, but we're not going to complain. We're just going to play another Swiftwater Cliffs and we're going to pass the turn. Since white is a little more scarce in our deck, it's slightly upsetting not to have it in our opening hand. But there's some white, and the fact that he's not doing anything yet is really encouraging. So we're going to play this out, and we're going to just slam this Bloodfire Mentor. If he's not doing anything, then us looting is really powerful. So he's got his green. There's a Scion of Glaciers. And Active Treason means that we can actually make that kill itself if we get enough blue. We do need 5 blue to do that. So we needed like a total of 8 mana. But it's something that's worth considering. It is actually possible to do that. So this turn, we're just going to play our own Scion. Just going to progress our board. And he can actually attack into us because he has enough mana if he wants to try and trade, but we're kind of fine with that. What we need to sort of think about is whether or not, if he plays a land and attacks, if he has like a Dragon Scale Boon or something like that, for example. So he could, okay, he's got a morph, sure. Okay, Tranquil Cove, that's kind of nice, but, well, it's nice because we can now play Wingmate Rock if we draw it. But we're just going to play this Dragon-style Twins. That's what we want to be doing. I don't really care about anything else. So this is sort of getting to the kind of board where Active Treason is eventually going to be very good. If we both just progress our boards, then eventually Active Treason just becomes absurd, because you take the most powerful thing that they have and you swing at them and you get prowess triggers, and it's just beautiful. Really, really beautiful. And he's not doing anything again. Arrow Storm. It looks like he's stuck on lands, actually. Okay. So, I think all we want to do is just keep progressing our board. I don't even think we want to attack here. And we might be just running this into a Disdainful Stroke, which actually is pretty likely, come to think of it. Yeah, that was probably really silly. Never mind. And at that point, actually, we probably should have attacked with our Dragonsteel Twins. There was no reason not to do that. I think that was really bad. And he's got another land now. Not really thinking, to be honest. One of the hardest things about doing videos is keeping up the stream of verbal diarrhea and at the same time making sure that you are playing correctly. It is pretty challenging. Clever impersonator. Sure, so he's going to get his own Dragonsteel Twins. Yeah. So active treatment's pretty nice here. But we're not playing it yet. We're just going to progress our board. So what do we do if we attack? What do you think he does? He could just throw everything in front of it. That doesn't seem particularly good. We could just machine gun it down with Arrow Storm, but we draw another land. That's really sweet. It's nice to do things while he's untapped. Definitely. I think I just like playing Kirin here. Just active treason is going to get us to the point where Kirin is going to be really good. I mean, to where Arrow Storm is just going to be the game ender. We draw another untapped land next turn. Then we can active treason the Dragonsteel Twins, Arrow Storm him. So he's just attacking. And we're not going to block here. That's fine. Does he have something ridiculous? Does he have dragon? Maybe he has Dragonscale Boon. That would be pretty good. That's what this looks like, actually. This looks like he has Dragonscale Boon. If he passes here, then I would imagine that's what's going to happen. So he's going to try and entice me into attacking here. And what I'm going to do is... So if I just attack with the Kirin and he Dragonscale Boons, he can attack for 10 next turn. Potentially a lot more. But that's what this feels like to me, and what I would kind of like is to have a turn where I can both active treason and Arrow Storm something, or Arrow Storm him. Arrow Storming something is very good though, because it means that I could get like a double prowess, for example, and just force him to chum block. So this could be a Pine Walker as well. That's pretty realistic. But I'm guessing he has Dragonscale Boon and he was trying to blow me out there. And he's just thinking about whether he wants to use it or not. Crippling Chill. That's pretty good. Yeah. So Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so in his end step, we're going to do some looting. Just see what we get. Because if we get Wingmate Rock, for example, then we're just definitely ditching something here, probably the act of treason. Okay. Alright, let's see. Okay. Okay. This makes life a little harder. So I think what we do is we discard act of treason here. But we can't act. That's really tough. That is a very tough pick there. So if we kept act of treason, we could potentially act and play Wingmate Rock this turn. But I think what we want to do is just attack with the Alabaster Kirin, play Wingmate Rock, and pass the turn. And then we have some blockers, basically. So I don't think he'll be too worried about taking 2 damage from the Kirin here, when he kind of should be. But if he has cancel here, that's really bad for us. So what we might want to do instead is try and Arrow Storm. In fact, I think that's what I'm going to do, because if he has a counter spell, he's been quite deliberate about leaving counter mana up, and I would rather just try and get rid of this Dragon Scale. If he's got a Disdainful Stroke or a cancel, I get it out of his hands with this, and if I don't, then I slow his clock significantly. Okay. So either he knows that I have Wingmate Rock, or he doesn't have a counterspell. I mean, he could have drawn one in this turn as well. That is a consideration, although it's unlikely. So I think this is probably Pine Walker, and I'm probably just going to block it anyway. I think it's important to, if he wants to tap out, that's absolutely fine. And we're still going to get a loot off the Bloodfire Mentor. He's got a morph. Okay. Okay. So you could have a Disdainful Stroke still. Warp Behemoth. Sure. So I'm going to Tormenting Voice here, because War Behemoth is not great, and it will give my Dragonstar Twins prowess. And what I want him to do is sort of focus on Twins as being the main game, and then slam Wingmate Rock as my finisher. Well, neither of those are bad at all. Unfortunately, we can't do either of those this turn, but they're both exceptionally good cards. So we're just going to attack with both things. Now, do we attack with this? This is the question. I think we probably do. Are we just dead on the crackback, though? We don't have a lot in terms of... So this will be doing 10, potentially. Which would definitely make attacking with the Dragonstar Twins more appealing, because it means that... because, for example, it means that we could burn him out with Arrow Storm, potentially. But I think I will attack here. The Kirin does have Vigilance, which is important, and it's certainly not our main game here. Okay. Okay, he's just chump blocking. Okay, we're pretty happy with this. So one of these could be like a Sagging Mauler, which would be pretty good. Oh yeah, of course you can do that after damage. Okay. I think he clipped through. Yeah, first strike combat still gonna get rid of you. I don't think that matters. Okay, so he doesn't have disdainful stroke up anymore, which is just excellent for us. So we're just gonna slam Wingmate Rock. This card makes life hard to lose. Yeah, man. Yeah, that was my first pick. Pack 1, pick 1. Card is good. So I think this is my either my third or fourth Khans draft that I've recorded, and I haven't won one yet while I've been recording. We don't care about Jeskai Windscout in the slightest, and it means that he can't unmorph like a Saggy Mauler here, which is really nice. We're still gonna just Bell Strike it though. Because we want to get him with Wingmate Rock. We don't want Wingmate Rock to die. So definitely just going to get aggressive here. Let's see what he does. Crippling Chill on Wingmate Rock, I would imagine. Yeah. So that does slow us down a little bit. But let's have a little think here. So if we attack with everything, he is priced into chump blocking. For definite, it's 8, 10, 13. Well, if he does take it, then... So do we just want to attack with Cyanogen Glaciers as well? So, yeah, I think so. We can even pump this once. So he has to do some serious blocking here. And okay, so this is 3, 5, 6, 7, and that would be 8. So that wouldn't quite put us into Arrow Storm range. I don't think, but we might just want to do it anyway. Or do we want to Arrow Storm one of his dudes? Well, we're definitely going to do this once. We can do it a couple more times. Okay, are we Arrow Storming at the end of this turn? At the end of this phase, I think we're going to Arrow Storm one of his dudes at the end of this phase. We're not losing this game unless we die to something big, like one of these morphs absolutely destroys us. So it's kind of weird to get rid of a burn spell like this, but our board is just so damn good. I think what we want to do is just get rid of a way that he can potentially win. Mystic. Sure. Go ahead, and we'll just double block next turn. We have such a good... if he attacks, that is. Set Adrift? What is this? Treasure Cruise. Okay. That's a spicy one. I don't think that's going to do it for you, though. I don't think Waterwell does it here. I don't think a lot does it here. My opponent might be coming to the same conclusion. So yeah, one of the last drafts I did with Ben Greschler, who is Rain Greschler on YouTube. That's his handle. we got to the finals of a Khans draft and we lost to Wingmate Rock 2 games in a row pretty handily. The card is just very, very good. So if he blocks here, Water Whirls, I think we're still fine. Dragon Scale Boon. Okay. That's pretty good. So of course, burning my burn spell looks absolutely mad at this point. But at the same time, okay, yeah, that looks right. That looks like how you have to block. I mean, I could loot in response and try and find an instant. That's something I could do, but I think that's fine. We're just going to end the turn. Yeah, no, maybe I should have looted first, actually. That's probably the correct thing to do. So he has got 5 cards in hands. Oh, there we go. So, yeah, that's the first Khans of Tarkir draft. Just checking it has recorded. First Khans of Tarkir draft that I've recorded that I've won. Wingmate Rock, showing its pedigree, but also Dragonstar Twins. I mean, I think I won 2 games with Wingmate Rock, and Dragonstar Twins popped up quite a lot more often, and you know, constructed unplayable, but limited bomb, just absurd. Double strike prowess, fantastic combination, really interesting combination. Really enjoyed playing it. What else did we learn? Mistfire Weaver is good, obviously. We didn't really get to run the arrow lists at all. Arrow Storm, yeah, I was very happy running 2 of those. Arrow Storm is a very good card. Weapon Master's fine in this deck, but not amazing. I mean, this deck is winning in the air. That's kind of the point of it. Wind Scout is good. Didn't play a lot of it. Bellstrike was mixed. It was either very good or kind of mediocre. I seem to get blown out by a lot of Bellstrike plays in this particular game set. But those were the matches. Leave a like if you enjoyed them. Please leave a comment if you think I should have done anything differently. There were definitely some misplays there, but there's also misplays that I missed as well. So if you would like to let me know, please do let me know in the comments. Especially when it comes to drafting, I would love to hear your opinion on how you might draft something differently. Particular greedy drafts that I'm drafting picks that I might have chosen. Yeah, I would really like to hear what you have to say in the comments. So I'll catch you next time. Take care.